All right, hello and welcome to Adventures for the Morning Star. Today we are going to test a cleaning solution. I was going to have a battle comparison, but I don't have the product to do the battle comparison. Maybe when I get the product, I'll do another comparison video and we'll see if we can't compare what happens or not. But I was looking for how to clean rocks without muriatic acid. I really don't want acid here around the children. We have babies and yada yada yada. I don't like it. So somebody said OxyClean, and somebody else gave me a recipe which was peroxide, baking soda, and Dawn dish soap, which I think is basically OxyClean. Looking at the ingredients. So anyways, we have OxyClean and we have a 5-gallon bucket. My helper here, AJ, can you put in 2 of those scoops into that 5-gallon bucket? They say for doing around the house or whatever hard surfaces, you do 2 full scoops and you let it dissolve in, or 1 scoop per gallon, I'm sorry. So I'm thinking it's a 5-gallon bucket, 2 gallons is almost halfway. By the time we add the rocks, it'll add weight and stuff. Yeah, it's okay. We'll sweep it up. Okay, don't put that in your mouth. Alright, if you want to, you go rinse off the gloves while I talk about the rocks, and then we'll fill it up with hot water, okay?
That's a lot of rocks.
Yep, here's our rocks over here. And so, the purpose, the reason for this is this guy. I think I found my first geode. I soaked it in Dawn dish soap and a bunch of different stuff. I can't get it clean. I want to see if this cleans it. There is some crystal structure there. There's some chalcedony. Oh, I want to see this guy clean. This side I'm not so worried about. The other side's a lot better. But there you go. You see the dirt. I was going to start with the big ones, but I guess we'll start with the small ones. We did these couple of agates, and it's got some nice crystals in there, but it's dirt, and I can't get it out. I've tried this one too. I soaked these at the same time. So I will put these in last and let them sit on the top. And hopefully it will finish cleaning that out of there. So we shall see. That's the purpose for this one. This one, if there is any, I'm really just trying to find things to throw in there. This one we just cut. It's not polished yet, nor is the video out on it yet. Oh, I do see crystals in there. I was wondering if it was just dirty or if it was a crystal pocket, but I see crystals. So let's see if this cleans this up too. This guy is beautiful. The other half is fantastic. But this side has the whole crystal pocket. I thought it was just a hole, but a crystal pocket makes more sense. So let's see if it cleans it up. This guy I've had for 20 years. I doubt it's going to clean it up. I doubt it. It's probably dirt fused in there. This was found in the mountains of Mexico and given to me by a kid there when I was there preaching as a young man 20 years ago. And so let's see if any of that comes clean.
Bumble.
Okay, you want this one next? Please go slow. This is a piece of Luna Blue. We got it as clean as we could. Some crystals and blue. We'll see if it comes any cleaner. This guy over here, I tried.
You've been
what?
Going?
This guy here, I tried to get clean whole bunches. I scrubbed and soaked and things like that for hours. So it's got, let's see, its crystal teeth come together. This is just how it formed sitting in there. Let's see. It's not giving me the adjusting. It's going from 1 to 3. I just want 2. I want a little bit closer, but not uber close. Okay. So I'm trying to show it to you guys real good. so that we can see how it comes clean. It's in there like this. Oh, thank you, AJ. There's that one. This is another Luna Blue one. This one's blue because of the matrix, which is wonderful.
Sparkles nicely too.
Probably be neat if I cut it. It does sparkle real nicely. I just want to see there's some more left in the inside there that I couldn't get to. I want to see if it comes clean. This one's not that dirty. Just a little bits around. This guy is not dirty at all. A lot of these are my trophies I have sitting on my trophy shelf. This guy, I don't know, that's chalcedony layering there. That white's not going to come out. The blue is chalcedony. The brown is matrix, mix up moss. The whole back is bitroidal moss agate. I really don't think it can get cleaned at all. But hey, the cleaner the better. So this one we're just going to throw into makeup room. If we're going to do a cleaning solution, you might as well clean what you can clean. Same with this guy. It's a beautiful small piece. That's just dust that blew in from sitting outside. It's a nice little trophy piece, but I want to cab it. I'll probably cut it and slab it and cab this guy. I have a couple of smaller pieces that were from that trip, but let's just see how it comes clean. This guy, I'm not expecting to clean up at all. That's probably chalcedony that's on there from forming. It's got some kind of dark red, probably chalcedony matrix, moss matrix. I don't know. I have another piece like this. It's not as, I have a purer piece and another piece that like this. And I wonder if once you get it slabbed or cut off, if that red would make something really nice. It's actually really nice, and it's got this back here. Anyways, we'll just see if it cleans up at all. This is.
Can I do this on my bedroom?
Please just wait, son.
And Doug, and you're not.
Again from Luna, we had a couple of pieces of druzy. It's got the blue mixed in the druzy. I really like that, and it shines. It's really pretty in there. Just a little piece of druzy I kept. I just want to see if it cleans up anymore. Gets in all the cracks and crevices. There's another piece of druzy. It's not one of my favorite pieces, but I was looking for stuff to clean. Maybe once it cleans up, it'll be a lot neater. A little piece of Luna Blue, little crystal pocket in there, some bands. It was just a broken piece that I found that I've kept on the shelf. Let's see if it cleans up inside that pocket a little bit, cleans up those crystals a little bit. And then here's just a big chunk of, I don't know, gray shirt or whatever that we just found in our Pinedale trip. Haven't tried to clean it at all. So we'll put this guy in there. We'll cut this guy probably. See what it looks like on the inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it has any big enough solid pieces with the way it formed. I don't know if I can make something or not if it has a big enough. But we'll clean it up. Here is... Oh no, this is the last one from the Pinedale trip. I figured this one would be good to see. It's definitely got crystals there, right, AJ?
Mm-hmm. I can see them sparkle.
Yeah, you can see them sparkle.
So
We
you
haven't.
know where the crystals are for the sparkles.
We haven't tried to clean it up at all, so we'll throw it in there. It's got some dark crystal holes and chalcedony mixed, whatever. We'll see how it cleans up. And then...
Let's just do this.
Oh, you did that, huh? This is just a piece of blue chalcedony. I'm not sure how deep it goes, maybe an inch. And...
Sandstone covered.
It's in a lot of matrix. I'm not sure if there's really anything else in the rest of this stone. It probably just needs to be cut along this line here and get that blue chalcedony out of there, which I've thought about doing. But we'll throw it in and just see what happens if it cleans up. I'm not sure anything can clean up in there. But anyways, The crystals can clean up. Yep, 1 second, please. And the geodes can clean up. Those are the ones for sure that we'll be looking at. So we'll fill this bucket with hot water. We'll let it dissolve. We'll put all these in there carefully, and we'll come back after 24 hours or so, and we'll show them to you. And we'll see if you think that OxyClean gets crystals clean. Some of these I have spent hours trying to get everything clean in them, i.e. this guy and a couple of the other Luna Blue ones. So let's just see how it works from one that we haven't even touched. We'll see if it gets it, how clean it gets it. And this one can get clean. So let's check it out. No, stop. There you go, you gotta do that. Why don't we shut it off first? Or, you did it.
This is how it looks then when you get wet.
How does it look? Yeah, it should be foaming and everything. It says let it dissolve first. Okay, so I just had to show this. I don't know, it's been a half hour or so. I've been working at my desk and I come over here. Now these rocks weren't rinsed or anything. For the most part they were clean and the dust just fell off of them. But this is the top of this bucket. And I haven't done anything. We just put it in there. Well, that shows sign of promise. Hello, we are the Adventurers for the Morning Star. The reason why we chose that name is because the Bible says that Jesus is the bright and morning star, and everything we do, we want to bring honor and glory to Him. So you have adventure number 1, our oldest, Mr. AJ here. Adventure number 2, Sophia, our second. Adventure number 3, little Abishai. And then my wife and the baby are also a part of this. Thank you for joining our channel. Thank you for watching our video and supporting our family on our adventures. But most importantly, we want to bring honor and glory to God. Below you'll find links to how you can spend eternity in heaven, how you can know about God's love for you, and 24-hour Christian radio. He slipped on the chair there. 24-hour Christian radio that you can listen to good godly music. And then there's some other links down there. And we just want you to know that God loves you, God cares for you, there is hope. If you have any questions about the Bible, feel free to email me, feel free to send us a question. And just let us know. We're paying attention to the kitty cat that's climbing the post. But God loves you. Thank you for joining the Adventurers for the Morning Star. Everybody say bye.
Bye!
Okay, well our OxyClean test comes up with a very dirty bucket. And fairly impressive results. All I've done is take them out of the bucket and clean them. Or not clean them, and rinse them. I rinsed them in high-powered water, as high as the sink would go. And then I put them over here. Most of them are dry. And so, we'll take a look. We'll let you guys judge for yourself. This one was one of the main ones that I had wanted. I wanted it clean. So I could see the geode inside. It actually looks darker in the video. But I would say it's 50 to 60% cleaner. 50 to 60% cleaner maybe. It doesn't like the inside of things. The OxyClean solution just sitting in there, and apparently it's only good for 6 hours according to online. Whatever enzymes in it that make it clean only activate for about 6 hours. So after that, so I let it sit all night. I came over this morning. I actually took every rock out and shook it in there and tried to kind of break off loose stuff just by shaking it real good in the bucket, and then I put them all back in. That's all I did. This one you can see sparkles, and so it obviously worked, but it's not super clean. If it goes inside something, it doesn't seem like it gets it super clean. I don't know, I might put those in again. But to contrast that, here is the outside of this guy. And this guy was not ivory white. I mean, it is ivory white. Now, this was the outside. It seems like the outside of everything, it's spruced up really nicely. And by the way, we are using the OxyClean triple action for this test, was what we used. This one's still a little bit wet. Here's what its teeth look like. Now this one had mixed with a little bit of Luna Blue. So some of that dark there is the minerals from the Luna Blue inside the crystal formation. I got this when we picked up the Luna Blue lace agate. So could just be because it's dark, but on the inside there looks like it had a hard time. The outside is sparkly and shiny, and I mean, here's an example. It's ivory clean. Then once you go on the inside, it's seems like there's still dirt and sparkles. Sparkles, I mean it. So obviously, in a thing like this, the cracks and crevices, it has a harder job. But everything on the outside. There's the bottom, the matrix. That gives you an idea. You might have to go back and look and pause the video for yourself. This is a crystal. Now there wasn't much on this. Maybe a few specks of dirt or something. But on the bottom, I don't think this one could get much cleaner, and I'm not sure it can get any cleaner. This guy here, another piece of Luna Blue, more crystals than blue, but I kept this because it had sitting on a nice dark blue matrix, blue chalcedony as it formed. It's got some crystals obviously all the way inside that fold, a little bit of stuff on the inside, the outside. Again is immaculate. I haven't done extra brushing or anything. Real dark blue chalcedony on the bottom of this one. Shows up a lot better now as chalcedony rather than just thinking it's dirt. I might have to go ahead and get one of those textile guns, try to get the insides better. But for outside clean, okay. You know what? I'm actually looking at it. The inside of this is not as black as it seems. That's just the shadow. This one had dirt on it, on the mouth, and towards the inside. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I think it's all gone. Even all the way down on the inside. Maybe it's just the shadows playing some tricks with me. This one is pretty cleaned up really nicely. Piece of druzy. Has the blue chalcedony. I think I kept this piece because it had more blue sparkles. Not chalcedony, druzy. A little bit of a bitroidal action going on there, but just get the blue druzy, which is different. Clean that piece up nicely. Here's just another piece of druzy. As you can see on the inside there's dirt. Of course, some of it could be formed right into the druzy or the chalcedony, and so it won't come out. Oops. I think this one was actually in a throwaway pile, but I wanted things to clean, so I grabbed it. Okay. Next. This guy is interesting. He started forming some bitroidals and chalcedony on top. Then come to the back and it has this really neat kind of bar formation on it. Somebody says it's just the chalcedony forming over iron minerals. But once it was cleaned up, I thought it was pretty clean before, but I noticed it more. And there might be like druzy crystals in there too, in that pocket. Of course, it's still wet a little bit. But anyways, I don't think that piece can get any cleaner. This guy was a no-go. I didn't think so. Whatever that matrix is, it's formed tightly around the fossils. But on the other hand, I thought this was clean. The fossils came out a lot more distinct. They pop quite a bit now. So that's cool. This guy was completely dirty when we put it in. Couldn't even see what it was. Some red druzes and crystals in there. I might cut it. What do you guys think? Should I cut it? Although I don't think there's anything really exciting going on the inside. Maybe just some pitted forms of chalcedony. In and of itself, it's not that exciting. I just grabbed it because I saw the druzy on top and I thought maybe it was something. Just a little bit of druzy, a little bit of chalcedony. Guys, totally cleaned up, and we put that in without even, I think I put it in water one time because I was going to clean it, and then I didn't, so I took it right back out of the water. So here is our agate. It is a Malawi agate. I haven't polished it yet. Its other half is phenomenal. So it's got a druzy pocket back in there. Apparently, I thought it would come cleaner, but maybe it can't come cleaner. It's sitting right there on the dark matrix, which is very interesting. And so maybe the color that you see is just druzy on brown matrix, and it can't come any cleaner. This guy, I don't know. He didn't have much to come clean. Just going to try to see if it got out a little bit of the brown that was in the middle there. I honestly don't know if it did or if it didn't. This guy here, I was hoping would really clean up this little pocket here, but it did not. Whatever it is holding on in there. So, tight spaces, lots of tight small crystals that it had trouble with. Same for this side. But then again, to be fair, the pocket isn't completely revealed. It's only little bits into the pocket, and then a lot of it's still sealed. This was another Malawi agate from our last Malawi cut and giveaway. The two I didn't show you was, I put this in there this morning. I was hoping, I don't know, I just figured we had 8 hours left, so I'd throw it in, and if it brightened it up a little bit and cleaned the inside a little bit, it would be good. But the inside looks good. I like this one. Orange and red crystal. It's exactly how it formed. Inside's pretty clean. I don't know if it, well, I put it in this morning, so it was way after all the activation of things and stuff like that. And then here is another one I put in this morning. I just figured if I had the bucket going, I would see if it would brighten up some of the crystals. I have no idea what this guy is. It's full of like chalcedony, but it's like just a river rock. But it's got druzy pockets everywhere. I mean, every little hole is a druzy pocket. I just keep it on my shelf as a souvenir, I guess. I don't know if you cut that thing, if it would be a geode more on the inside, if it would be bands, if it would be what. I mean, you can see there formation and druzy. But anyways, it wasn't in while the cleaning solution was going on, and it was pretty pristine before going in. I just wondered if it would kind of brighten it up. Alright, let's do this one next. This guy is like a blue not chalcedony, like a chert. I'm pretty sure. We put it in, it was absolutely filthy. These brown parts are fused in the rock, how it was formed. You couldn't even see these windows beforehand. The outside of this, I dare would say, is pristine. I'm going to cut this guy, and I hope I have enough to make a cab out of it, because this blue cherty stuff is actually really neat. I just don't have any that's not fractured yet out of everything that I've cut. It all comes up kind of looking like that with a bunch of holes and fractures in it or whatever. So we'll cut it. But I mean, it totally cleaned up the outside and showed every single window on that. Oh, here's a chunk of blue chalcedony. I was gonna shave the front and see what it looked like. I wanted to get a scrub brush and go over this, but I wasn't gonna scrub things. I was gonna let you show you exactly what the OxyClean looked like. I'm not even sure knew this window was down here. And I knew it came to here, but I thought all of this was kind of just matrix. But from what I can see in the white, it looks like blue chalcedony's under that white too. So like it goes all the way through. And I knew more on this side. I didn't even know this was here, but obviously there's blue chalcedony. That might be calcite underneath the calcite. And so that almost, there's a pocket there, but it's, I mean, this matrix stuff isn't coming off. It was formed like that or whatever. So I honestly don't think that guy could have gotten much cleaner, if any cleaner. And I'm going to try to figure out which way I want to cut that. Because does it go from here to all the way over there with that little pocket? Or do I just go for the wider face here, which of course is sticking out, so there's really not much there. I wonder if it's solid all the way back or if it just starts getting nasty matrix. I was originally gonna cut it like right in here and just see about this blue piece of chalcedony that's on an angle here, but now I know it's all the way back through this white part. Anyways, that's not what you're here for. Clean. This guy here is another bitroidal. Got this guy in our Yavapai County hunt. If you're interested, go take a look. It's got little pockets. Cleaned it up. I mean, I didn't think there was cleaning to do on this, to be honest. But when I took it out, it seemed like a lot more chalcedony was visible than I had realized. The pocket was a little bit cleaner. There's more chalcedony in here than I thought. I thought it was less chalcedony and a more dirty matrix. The bitroidals are already there, obviously. It just kind of made things brighter, more visible, maybe, if you want to say that. And then here's one of my trophies. This guy is, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds or so. Bitroidal. Like a bitroidal moss agate. Because this is definitely moss, but you see all the bitroidals. There. I honestly don't think this thing can get any cleaner. I thought it was clean, but same thing with the other one. It is, look at all that kind of druzy sparkle. I just realized it was full of a lot more chalcedony. Maybe it's more just dirty matrix on the outside. I did think about shaving it, but I think I'm going to keep this one. Those small ones I want to cut. Maybe make something out of. See, I mean, all these bitroidal pockets everywhere. I never really cleaned this one because I didn't think it needed cleaning, but I think it got a lot cleaner. And then there's your, just all kinds of forming. And there's a deep pocket in there. You can never see into there before. Anyways, what do you think? About 20 hours in the OxyClean bucket. They say it only really works for about 6 hours. And so I didn't take any brushes to it. I didn't put it back in. One time only. Did it clean? Or did it not clean? You be the judge. I should have done this in the beginning. You guys aren't really going to be able to see in there, but there's still shadows, but it's actually clean all the way on the inside for this guy. It was clean. And then this guy here too. I was skeptical about this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. I can't get the light, but it's clean all the way through actually by doing it with this light. I mean, there's one piece in there that's stuck, and there's maybe a couple other small pieces. But all the way in that cavity is clean. I just can't get a light in there for you to see it. My light will not go in there. I have a flashlight I was going to use, but the thing pulsates or something, and it's not good. And so, same thing with this guy. You can't tell because of the shadows, but if you look in there, it's clean. I mean, it's got some minor things all the way in there. Let's see. It's got some small things on the teeth, but other than that, it's clean. Clean on the inside. Make your own decision.